There he is. Okay.
Are we ready? Well, it is now 7 o'clock. We would call the.
Turn your microphone.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Mill. We would call the meeting to order. Be led on tonight by the Honorable Dan.
Let's pray. Lord, we give you thanks for the opportunity to gather together to do the work of the city. We ask that you always take care of our first responders, make sure they get home at the end of their shift. And Lord, thank you for the weather, and thank you for that we had no injuries, illnesses as related to the tornado that we had. We were blessed in so many ways, even though there's a lot of damage. So we ask that you always be with us for those situations. Yes, in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, roll call.
McDowell,
Here.
Pickerel,
Here.
Davis,
Here.
Evanson,
Here.
Smith,
Here.
Harrington,
Here.
Lemaster,
Here.
Hawkins,
Here.
Pearson, Garcia,
Here.
Mayor Parkinson.
Here.
And I am present.
Thank you. Entertain a motion to approve the roll call minutes. I'm sorry, the Township Board minutes from the 20th of May by Alderman Harrington, second by Alderman Hawkins. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Any presentation of communications?
None, sir. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Finance Committee, Alderman Hawkins.
Great.
I'd like to make a motion to pay the bills payable from the town fund. And that amounts $46,972.22.
Motion by Alderman Hawkins, second by Alderman Harrington. Roll call.
McDowell.
Aye.
Pickerel.
Aye.
Davis.
Aye.
Evanson, Smith.
Aye.
Harrington.
Aye.
Lemaster.
Aye.
Hawkins.
Aye.
Pearson.
Aye.
Garcia.
Aye.
Mayor Parkinson.
Aye. Ayes have it. Alderman Hawkins.
I'd like to make a motion to pay the bills payable from general assistance, and that amounts $13,030.39.
Motion by Alderman Hawkins, second by Alderman Davis. Roll call.
McDowell.
Aye.
Pickerel.
Aye.
Davis.
Aye.
Evanson, Smith.
Aye.
Harrington.
Aye.
Lemaster.
Aye.
Hawkins.
Aye.
Pearson.
Aye.
Garcia.
Aye.
Mayor Parkinson.
Aye. Ayes have it. Alderman Hawkins.
No further business for the township.
Thank you. Any unfinished business? Any new business? I will entertain a motion to adjourn by Alderman Smith, second by Alderman Lemaster. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Call the city council meeting for June 3rd to order. Madam Clerk, roll call.
McDowell.
Here.
Pickerel.
Here.
Davis.
Here.
Evanson, Smith.
Here.
Harrington.
Here.
Lemaster.
Here.
Hawkins.
Here.
Pearson.
Here.
Garcia.
Here.
Mayor Parkinson.
Here.
And I'm present.
Thank you. Entertain a motion to approve the city council meetings for May 20th by Alderman Lemaster, second by Alderman Smith. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Presentation of communications.
Yes, sir. We have a request to have a 5K in collaboration with the St. Elizabeth, and Captain Gibbons has been helping with the route that is attached. The correct and proper insurance has been obtained, and they are asking for some road closures that they will use for that. Most of it's on their property. Some of it goes off into the streets.
All right, you've heard the ask. Alderman
Make a
Hawkins.
motion to approve, subject to working with the police and the street department on this.
Thank you. Second by Alderman Hawkins, or second by Alderman Harrington. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Madam Clerk.
Yes, we have a request from the Greater Madison County Federation of Labor to host the annual Labor Day Parade. They always provide the proper insurance, and it is the same as it always is, starting at 10 a.m. downtown Edison and Adrian House going up to the park on Labor Day.
Motion by Alderman Evanson, second by Alderman McDowell. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Madam Clerk,
That's all, sir.
any public correspondence?
Yes, we have a request.
Application to address the council, request permission from the mayor, city council, Granite City, June 3rd. Details the Xmas decorations and 6 Mile Museum. And Nina Jackson, please come forward. Microphone right there, Nina, thank you. And to be official, you have 3 minutes from right now.
I think it is.
We're doing a raffle for the decorations as of now, and the drawing is Father's Day. So far, the girls have already raised $13,000.
Wow.
We've got something planned every month throughout the year. And I was asked to join the 6 Mile Museum as a board member and fundraiser chairman. And we had our first fundraiser out there Saturday. We had a community yard sale, car show, and a barbecue. And we made good money. We had 30 cars show up, and we made a good deposit of $3,500. And they all thought I did a fantastic job. And I'm telling you what, if it wasn't for all them people that jumped in and volunteered, nobody could have did it by themselves. Even poor Brad's wife, she was up there hanging clothes for 2 days. That's all that woman did was hang clothes. And thank you for blocking off that right lane. That helped us tremendously there on Maryville Road. We're having a little bit of a problem with the museum. We have volunteers that's having to run off homeless people. The one was asleep on the back porch one day. And then there was one that was wanting to set up his tent. I mean, is there any way we can maybe get the police department to check it occasionally and run them off?
Done. They've been notified.
Other than that, we're gonna start a meat raffle for the 6 Mile, which is the fundraiser. Chunkos, Nathan has worked with me, and we'll be selling raffle tickets for that, $10 each. We'll have that drawing on July 28th. And we've got something planned out there every month for a fundraiser. We'd like to ask you, Mayor, to be a guest at a garden party on August 21st, if you can make it, put it on your calendar.
Michi, can you make sure that gets on there? Thank you. First, I did hear some bad news that your new president has resigned, had some family issues. He was there a short time, but from what all I heard, he was doing a great job.
He was fantastic. He was fantastic. This young man, and
He left.
oh, he loved Anthony Paget.
Right.
He was, he did research on the museum. I mean, that man dug in boxes and informed us all of the history of the museum, where some of us didn't know. I've been here all my life, and I knew a little bit, but not a whole lot. And he was very good, and I really hated to see him go.
Yeah, I talked to him before and asked him to reconsider a little bit, so maybe he'll think about it. But he said
It really broke
Yes,
his heart.
had some
Just go get her.
had some family issues, but yeah, then there's some issues to do with restructuring that we have to deal with too, correct? So we're working on those. The next Charlotte called me today, so we're going to work on that. Yep. So
Yeah.
some legal work that we're going to need to get done for structure, Tanya, relation to how they appoint their committee.
Yeah, but none of us have seen, there's 8 of us on the board, and none of us have seen the bylaws. So we really don't know how it's supposed to be ran. But it's, it's a good slate of officers and a good slate of board members. And everybody's working good and hard together. I mean, there was no crossword or nothing Saturday, and it was wonderful.
Well, I
brought the kids out, and they helped work barbecue. It was great.
think I speak for everybody on this council that if you're involved, it's probably going to be all right.
I can't do it by myself. I work a little and I sit a little. That's how I tell them.
Thank you very much. All right. Any other public correspondence? All right. I don't have anything under mayor's remarks, so we'll move on to report of standing committees, negotiated committee, Alderman Garcia.
Nothing at this time.
Thank you. District Committee, Alderman Davis.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to make a motion to approve the district committee meeting minutes from May 20th, 2025.
Motion by Alderman Davis, second by Alderman Smith. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Alderman Davis.
Just keep watching the website and the Facebook page for events at the mill and music park. It's not called music in the park anymore. Music on Wednesday, concert series. Starts now in June.
Second visit of Van Halen coming up, and it's fantastic. Really good show. One of the best ones. Yeah, way better than Clownvis. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, way better.
Elvis is really.
I heard
good this
Elvis
week.
over the weekend. Elvis meets the
Outstanding.
Beatles was
It was
great.
outstanding.
HBO was here to film some pieces with this band
He did.
on a
Documentary.
documentary. So they were actually in our building filming some stuff while they were here this past weekend. HBO. So cool stuff. Anything else?
Nothing further.
Thank you. Planning and zoning, Alderman McDowell.
No report.
Rare. Legal legislative, Alderman Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to make a motion to approve the legal and legislative committee meeting minutes from May 20th, 2025.
Motion by Alderman Smith, second by Alderman Lemaster. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Alderman Smith.
Nothing further.
Thank you. Public Works, Alderman Pickerel.
Yeah, I'd make a motion for the approval of the Public Works meeting minutes from May 20th, 2025.
Motion by Alderman Pickerel, second by Alderman Harrington. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Alderman Pickerel.
I just suspend the rules based on final passage of designated handicap parking space for 4 years at 2140 in Cleveland Boulevard at the city of Granite City, Illinois.
All right. Motion to place on final passage by Alderman Pickerel, second by Alderman Hawkins. Roll call.
McDowell.
Aye.
Pickerel.
Aye.
Davis.
Aye.
Evanson. Smith.
Aye.
Harrington.
Aye.
Lemaster.
Aye.
Hawkins.
Aye.
Pearson. Garcia.
Ayes have it. Second reading, final passage.
McDowell.
Aye.
Pickerel.
Aye.
Davis.
Aye.
Evanson. Smith.
Aye.
Harrington.
Aye.
Lemaster.
Aye.
Hawkins.
Aye.
Pearson. Garcia.
Ayes have it. Alderman Pickerel.
I'd like to suspend the rules based on final passage. An ordinance designating a handicap parking space for 4 years at 2532 Edison Avenue within the city, Granite City, Illinois.
Motion by Alderman Pickerel, second by Alderman Garcia. Roll call.
McDowell.
Aye.
Pickerel.
Aye.
Davis.
Aye.
Evanson. Smith.
Aye.
Harrington.
Aye.
Lemaster.
Aye.
Hawkins.
Aye.
Pearson. Garcia.
Ayes have it. Second reading, final passage.
McDowell.
Aye.
Pickerel.
Aye.
Davis.
Aye.
Evanson. Smith.
Aye.
Harrington.
Aye.
Lemaster.
Aye.
Hawkins.
Aye.
Pearson. Garcia.
Ayes have it. Alderman Pickerel.
No further business, Your Honor.
Thank you. Police Committee, Alderman Harrington.
No business tonight, Your Honor.
Thank you. Fire Committee, Alderman Lemaster.
Nothing tonight, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Risk Management, Alderman Pearson.
Make a motion to approve the Risk Management Committee meeting minutes from May 20th, 25.
Motion by Alderman Pearson, second by Alderman.
Somebody.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Alderman Pearson.
Nothing further.
Thank you. Economic Development, Alderman Evanson.
Place on file the economic development meeting minutes from May 20th, 2025.
Motion by Alderman Evanson, second by Alderman McDowell. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Alderman Evanson.
Do you want to do the presentation?
Yes. Yes. We have some special guests tonight. We had I inadvertently told them the wrong time. We were supposed to do it in committee, but we're going to do it now. It was on me. It was not your fault. It was my fault. So we talked a little bit in the committee meeting about currency for caring. So I'll let you guys come up and introduce yourselves. I think everybody knows who you are, but I'm not sure they know who your friend is. So we'll let you take it from here.
So she's gonna answer.
Sure. Come on up. Yeah, absolutely.
While they do that, I'll just, to respect everyone's time here, I'll just, share some comments while you're getting those items. So you wanna, they all know you want to talk about. What you talk about.
I think everybody know me.
Everybody knows you. You're well known in this room for a good thing, though. For good things.
Well, thank God. For
I want to talk to you all about currency of caring. I'm sure that a lot of you that are on social media have seen us post about a lot, and I've seen some of you come in and buy tokens as well.
Thank you.
It's a program that we are trying to spread in the Granite City area, bringing in the city, the churches, organizations. We've been a part of the program for 4 years now, I think it's been, and it's a tremendous help. I don't know if you saw our post today about the work that we're doing over in St. Louis, thanks to John Michael. And John brought us in to the program when we first got our food truck. And I just want to say it's needed in our area. When you think about people that cannot afford to buy meals, when you think about the state of the economy right now and families that are in need, it's not just about homeless people. It's about everyday citizens that are in our community that sometimes cannot get a hot meal. It's about people that may go to food pantries or a soup kitchen to get a meal and how they feel when they're in line getting that meal. Sometimes you feel like, your self-worth is low. Sometimes you feel as though, you embarrassed, and there's probably a lot of people that do not go through to the soup kitchens for that actual reason. And so we want to present this program. We passed out some information. The first item is on the currency of caring. The second, I didn't read yet. There's also a token. I want you to feel that token. That token is worth $8. $8. It helps for a person to receive a meal, but it also helps the entrepreneur that is actually preparing. Over the last week and a half, Big Mickey's, along with a lot of other people, have been over in St. Louis helping a tornado. I think we ourselves have served 850 plus meals in the last 2 weeks. And so think about, they did not have a way to cook their meals because their houses are either totally demolished. Some of them still do not have electricity. They don't have anywhere to stay, and the lines stay long all the time. But I'm looking at our community. I look at people that reach out to us on Facebook because they don't have anything, a hot meal. A lot of people don't want to eat sandwiches all the time or cold. We want them to have a good, nutritious meal, which includes an entree, a side, and something to drink as well. They're $8, but we're looking for a connection with our city. We're looking for a connection within other organizations, our churches, to come on board and spread it out. Not just for us, but other restaurants that are in this area that can provide the same meal as well. It's very beneficial. We get a lot of inboxes, and we do not share it, of people saying how grateful they are of receiving that meal, or how grateful they are because they didn't have enough money to get to the store to actually purchase food for their family. Sometimes we have families of 4 and 5 to come in. When they come in and sit and order their meal, there's no questions asked. They already know on the menu, we got a little heart by which you can order. They order their meal, they get their meal, they sit down or take it with them. Most of them have this actually sitting down in a restaurant, enjoying a meal with their family. And this is very dear to me. When I first met John and learned about the program, I was like, this can't be. But as we've been in it, it's real, it's true, it's actually helping people. And I want to see our community grow when it comes to helping people. And not just for the people in need, but the entrepreneurs and the small businesses as well that could benefit from this. It seems like a small amount of money that's going back to the business owner, but it helps. When you have a heart like me and Miji's heart, it doesn't care. We don't care how much money we're getting back. We care about we're helping citizens. We're helping people that love God and that God loves, and we want everybody to be able to do this.
Thanks. I think I'll be really So, I'm John Michelle. My wife and I created the first social kitchen and launched the currency carrier. The problem we're solving, how do we get creativity and access to
John,
visuals?
you have to talk into that microphone. Otherwise, they can't transcribe later.
So The problem we were working to solve 4 years ago, my wife and I full-time committed to wanting to do community mission work. My background is in systems and how do we build sustainable systems. And our idea was during COVID, one of the things many people didn't see was that 92% of the soup kitchen capacity, the hot meal capacity for at-risk citizens evaporated for a lot of reasons that are understandable. And that model is already hard. So we said, how do we take a business-minded approach? That's where we come from. And we said, what if we actually incentivize entrepreneurs to be able to be the solution to their own community's problems? And we think the best way to help augment, if not help replace or reach food deserts, is through food trucks. So we became experts in food trucks. We started looking at a phenomenon that is still the fastest growing segment of the restaurant industry. It's a great way for entrepreneurs to be able to launch in a business at lower risk. And so, and what we realized is there was no training. Being a retired Air Force general, first thing we did is organize, train, and equip. Worked with the Department of Labor, created the first food truck apprentice program in America. So one, we educate. We teach people and credential them to be professional operators. Two, certain individuals, when they graduate, we say, you know what? You're the kind of person, you don't have access to the capital, but you have the heart. So we funded some of the businesses. We've now funded 8 businesses in 4 years. We built a campus down in Swansea. We're in Alton. So we have 42 different locations and food trucks in the area between Swansea, Belleville. We're just opening a place in East St. Louis with Jackie Joyner Kersey and the Messmakers. And our whole idea is this. Every community has people who are struggling, and what they want and deserve is access to a little more dignity. The currency of caring was a way now to be able to make giving safe. You can now, one token, regardless of the various logo you see on it, is good at any participating location. And in exchange, you have the opportunity now to get a couple choices, which choices aren't prevalent when you're struggling. You get access to hot food, as you heard. And if you want, you can blend in for a moment. And so the goal was, how do we continue to proliferate that? We've grown it. The food truck network is our primary way that we get to hard to reach places. And to put this in perspective, the key is 100% of the money. So we've got 2 different nonprofits. This is a nonprofit entity. 100% of the dollars that come in on the currency carrying go to the operator. We believe the solution is entrepreneurs in a community serving individuals, but doing it with a form of dignity. Since we launched the program, we just passed 300,000 meals in 4 years that have been given away. We're in 4 states. We're in Africa. And we've become since the last 15 days, we've been at one of the primary hot meal sources every day in St. Louis. We've served 25,000 meals since 3 days after the tornado. We're there every single day for the rest of the summer. So that is all entrepreneurs. That's the power of it. So how does it relate to this community? Big Michi was the first. We believe that a solution where every community has some people who need help, every community has some level of food trucks, and every community has restaurants. Why not pay 2 of those people the money to be the solution to the problem, while these individuals now, and you know what? Soup kitchens and all those other things continue to operate, but that's capacity available every day. The power of the network, as we just saw, is we can marshal thousands of meals a day using the power of entrepreneurs. And we think Granite City is a fantastic place following the lead of Big Michi. And we'd love to be able to bring this to this city in an organized fashion to help now bring dignity to people, but also drive entrepreneurship, because we believe sustainable community capacity should be done by business people. I appreciate all the others that want to do that, but that we can scale. And we're in the process of scaling it now. And we have a heart for this city. We're grateful for your time. Thank you, Mayor. You've always been, for the multiple conversations we've had. And I appreciate that you'd give us a few minutes here tonight to talk about it. You have material. You can read about it. You can reach out to us. Other than that, I think it's, I want to cede the floor back to all the other things you've got on the agenda, but I really do appreciate you all giving us these moments today. Thanks.
So what you guys will see in the near future is we'll continue the conversation with them. Kathy Hamilton and I are looking at some ideas that we can kind of formulate their business plan into our city. So we'll be bringing some ideas forward in the near future for you guys. Wanted you to hear it from them, meet the faces, and then we'll be talking more with them about some opportunities in the very near future. So be prepared for that. We like to foreshadow with the aldermen what we're working on, and so when it comes to the floor for a vote, they already know about it and they're aware of it. So thank you guys for coming tonight.
One quick question.
Sure.
I'm assuming this is gonna be in the literature, but to buy the tokens physically, do you just go to any one of the participating restaurants, or do you go online and they can
You buy them at any participating restaurant. Every restaurant, we usually we give them their own versions of tokens. So it moves to, we've created a currency. but the currency is only for hot food and it's good at any location. Currencycaring.com shows you every location, gives people a map on how to get there. So we also use that to drive business, regular business to them when they're not actually using the currency.
Awesome. Thank you.
So happy. You know, so I drink actually over the day and we sell them.
Everything is free.
Yeah, yeah. So if you walk into Meech's restaurant and you just buy 5 tokens and say, keep these,
Yeah.
when they collect that many, they'll pick a neighborhood and go out and serve people in impoverished areas, especially. So
Would you like it back, or can we buy a couple of these tonight, or?
There, as they said, one of the convenient things is you see it on some restaurants where they tack up prepaid. What this does, it makes giving safe. We have some antibodies to sometimes we worry about giving cash, and it's good. It opens up 42 locations at once. So anything that you want to do, if you don't mind, we keep it right here in Granite City. We'll tack those into the lantern. We use a lantern system. So when you get there, that says, this is the bank, this is what you're contributing. And we keep it here and within the city of Granite City. So I'll leave that up to y'all, but
pass that down.
we've got them and we'd love to see that happen.
Nothing further for you.
Pass that down. All right, thank you. Finance Committee, Alderman Hawkins.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the Finance Committee meeting minutes from May 20th, 2025.
Motion by Alderman Hawkins, second by Alderman Garcia. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Alderman Hawkins.
I'd like to make a motion to pay the city payroll. That amount is $765,301.10.
Motion by Alderman Hawkins, second by Alderman Harrington. Roll call.
McDowell.
Aye.
Pickerel.
Aye.
Davis. Evanson. Smith.
Aye.
Harrington.
Aye.
Lemaster.
Aye.
Hawkins.
Aye.
Pearson.
Aye.
Garcia.
Ayes have it. Alderman Hawkins.
And I'd like to make a motion to pay the city bill list. And that amount is $962,625.01.
Motion by Alderman Hawkins, second by Alderman Master. Roll call.
McDowell.
Aye.
Pickerel.
Aye.
Davis.
Aye.
Evanson.
Aye.
Smith.
Aye.
Harrington.
Aye.
Lemaster.
Aye.
Hawkins.
Aye.
Pearson.
Aye.
Garcia.
Ayes have it. Alderman Hawkins.
No further business from finance.
Thank you. Any report of officers? Any unfinished business? Any new business? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn by Alderman Hawkins, second by Alderman Pearson. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?